Target 7 told you about how $5 million in state tax money was given to the city to help build a stadium for New Mexico United at Balloon Fiesta Park.
That amount of money was also taken away from a youth sports complex at the same time. And tonight, anchor Brianna Albizu found out who exactly is behind the shift in funds.
That's right, Shelley and Ron. We've learned that the governor herself was the one behind giving the stadium project $5 million. We also caught up with one youth soccer director who says he's frustrated.
It was kind of disheartening.
That's how Callum Ralph is feeling lately after finding out some harsh news. Mesa del Sol, a youth sports complex, will no longer receive $5 million to help expand it.
You know, you've been promised this amount of money and support to create a fantastic complex for youth sports. And for that to be ripped away.
In one amendment for the capital outlay bill, that $5 million was taken away from the youth sports facility, and separately, $5 million was given to a, quote, sports and cultural center in Albuquerque. That's according to state records released this week. The city leaders say that money will be used to ultimately build infrastructure for New Mexico United Stadium at Balloon Fiesta Park. State legislative documents also show Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham requested $5 million to go towards the project.
These funds would be used to build the necessary infrastructure like storm drainage, electrical lines, plumbing and water and sewer.
Ralph is the director of New Mexico's American Youth Soccer Organization, commonly known as AYSO. It's the largest group of its kind in the entire state. He said his club has been doing fundraisers with United over the past 2 years, but now the organization is putting a pause after learning that Mesa del Sol lost funding.
They reached out to us regarding another fundraiser, and we kind of held off a little bit. We didn't want to commit to something not knowing the full story and not knowing where the money's went.
Target 7 requested interviews with New Mexico United's owner, Peter Trevisani, but we were told he was not available. Looking at campaign finance records, it shows that Trevisani donated a total of $9,000 to the governor's campaigns in 2018 and 2022. A team spokesperson says they had nothing to do with money being taken away from Mesa del Sol, and that same amount given to the Duke City to help build a stadium. They also said they're covering the cost of building a new facility.
The final criteria is that this should be a true public-private partnership.
Target 7 also reached out to the governor's office. They maintain the change in funding was all because of a, quote, clerical error, and that the money should have never been allocated to the youth sports complex in the first place. However, these legislative records obtained by Target 7 show that two bipartisan legislators had requested as much as $10 million to be allocated. The governor's office released this statement, which reads in part, the governor met with New Mexico United leadership this fall, where they discussed the future of the team and the team's plans to privately finance a stadium.
We've been working on it for a few years now, and we've been advocating for Mesa del Sol with Bernalillo County and the City Council, as well as going up to the state legislature to get capital outlay funds.
These documents show that Democratic Representative Derek Lente with the Sandia Pueblo proposed the amendment to take away the money and give the same amount to United. Yet when we reached out, he said that the governor's office made, quote, several requests to the Legislative Finance Committee for amendments to the capital outlay bill, including this change to her share of capital outlay allocation.
It's not about money. It's not about, you know, who's getting elected. It's the youth and the community.
Now, last week, we filed an inspection of public records request to see if the governor and Trevisani had discussed the money for the stadium project. We have yet to receive those records, but when we do, we'll let you know what we find out. For Target 7, I'm Brianna Albizu.
Now, Target 7 has reached out to New Mexico United about this. In a statement, a spokesperson says, quote, in the past, Peter Trevisani has contributed to political campaigns on both sides of the aisle. He has never met with the governor on any potential Balloon Fiesta Park project.